XP
Well, I
am I
guess
at?
Yep, I'm recording.
you're at level 9.
I mean,
We're level 9
what
now?
age?
Oh, wait, we dinged?
Yes, I
Yeah.
told you.
Oh, when did you tell me?
Over the mess. That's what in one of the posts was.
I've been really busy. It's like finals week. Next week. And stuff, and I've been dealing with stuff, so, yeah. Guess I got a
You
little long.
replied to one of the posts, didn't you?
No?
Hmm.
So we dinged. Okay, whatevs.
Yeah, we got like a zillion XP.
How much experience did we get?
Let me look
About
in the journal.
50,000.
We went
We
to
got 15,680.
in addition to last week?
I wasn't here last week. That's
So
Your
we're
total
in
is
52,660.
52 to 60. Okay.
660.
660. So I'll just do this subtraction here.
So I'm asking how much life I lost from stabbing myself.
I don't know.
All of it. Your character is now dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to raise you in your -2 levels.
well, that would have solved that. That would actually solve his -2 levels problem, but current temp. Hopefully those don't go permanent. All right, so let's enough footing around. So last time you left off, you had just finally retaken the castle with the black arrows, slaughtering, firing at ogres as they flee for their lives. You have retaken Fort Rannoch, and the black air. So we'll have the cleric and the rogue stand watch at the towers to make sure none come back,
Oh, that's always
and
good.
that leaves you three, as the black arrows are coming up the walkway
So,
and gonna cross the bridge and enter Fort Rannoch.
Wait, where's the... So could we go downstairs or something?
sure.
You can do whatever you want.
I guess B16 to greet them.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be on the map, so we're just doing it.
So,
Oh.
now what?
Like, don't act like you're not impressed.
Is anyone gonna answer? Is not now a question. How? All right, you have a couple minutes to talk as they walk up. It is a big fort.
I mean, we just
I
cleared
mean,
up.
there's
We
no
just
need
cleared
for
all
them
this
to
shit
run.
out.
They saw you climb the tower and lay the head of Jagarth Krieg in the air.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and chuck that down now because it's kind of gross. Carrying dude's head around is not exactly my favorite thing to do, but it worked for the, you know.
All right, so you'll just go down and greet people.
Yeah, hey, welcome. I thought you guys were really hanging out.
All right, so you go to the doors and open them, and up come the three black arrows and Shalalu. So you have
Shallaloo.
Kalen Vale and Jakardos coming up in there. As you open it,
They have the one guy.
yes.
I'm like, hey, Jakartos. I want to walk up to the guy that's with the tattoo and, like, you know, hold my hand out like I'm gonna, you know, give him a high five or shake his hand or something.
I feel like there should be like a bunch of peasants applauding right now, like it's the end of a movie.
Okay, can I?
So yeah, you're stepping up and you extending your hand, and they're coming up the walkway. Everyone really has smiles on their face except for Vale, but
Who's Vale?
the black guy.
No. Okay, as soon as the guy like gives me like a shakes my hand, I'm gonna like try to grapple with him or something.
Alrighty. So you go to grapple at him, and they're like, and everyone like stops for a second. I guess roll to grapple.
I don't know how to do that.
Roll CMB.
CMD.
CMB.
CMB.
Okay. What is it? I just leveled up, so yeah. CMD is B is plus 16. Okay. Do I need to rage? Can I rage? Did I increase it?
I think it would, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage. I probably have to get a feat here. I'll check that. Get that in a feat in a second. Where's my rage thing? My rage button. Push to win button. Oh, there it is. Goes up to plus 18. Okay, so roll 1d20 plus 18. Grapple.
Alright, so you go, and then you quickly bear hug your hands around him. He chooses not to make an attack of opportunity,
Okay.
because I guess he could, but, Kaven responds to your attack and is like, hey, what's going on? Or should he,
I'm gonna hog.
he's,
I'm like,
technically, would he stab you?
put him in
I
an
know,
arm-
he
put him in an
he will
arm
not
bar.
stab you.
Put him in an arm bar.
Alright, he goes,
I'm like, he's a traitor!
grabbing everyone.
He's a traitor!
Hard. Alright, he goes to try and struggle out of it. What's your CMD?
I don't know, a lot. CMD is 26.
Alright, he fails to struggle out of your grip.
I'm like, he's a traitor! He's a traitor!
Are you serial? Are you serious?
Well, yeah, Nathan, you weren't here last week, but we found Lucretia's little, no, not Lucretia, whatever the chick's book.
Yeah, it was Lucretia.
Yeah, and we had her little book and had his name in the book circled in like red pen.
Alright, I go to... Can I help him?
Oh, I got him. I got him pretty good.
No, basically, Helga is having her way with him.
Basically, I'm like Ivana on the top, and you know he ain't going nowhere.
Jakarta looks at it, it's like, what's the meaning of this?
I'm like, give him the book. Give him the book.
Alright.
It's actually a scroll, it gets
Whatever.
passed to him. And he's like, it's just gibberish.
Like, cleric guy here translated it.
And what does it say?
Like, you see that circled name? That's this little fucker right here.
There's
Wait,
a,
shit.
you were there was a list of 210 names on it.
Shouldn't his name be in like the language? You know, like when you're speaking like something in Spanish, you're like blah 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 Disneyland, blah 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 Dave.
It is, but it's written in Thessalonian characters, which are
Oh.
completely foreign.
Can't the cleric like cast that same spell on somebody else?
Yeah, like the
Nope,
guy.
he would have used it for his one time.
Well,
Oops.
like, we
Oh, wait, how about this easy resolution? Someone can read it right now. Hopefully someone put a point into languages.
Oh yes, I did.
Actually, I can make everyone be able to read it by simply making
A potion.
7 potions of comprehend languages.
It's like, hold up, she's gonna make a potion. I'm gonna hold this guy in the grapple
It
until then.
takes a minute.
I can
a
hold this
minute.
guy for a minute.
Doesn't it take like an hour or something?
To that, he's like, what is this? This isn't, Kaven's down there. It's like, Phil, get him off me. What's the point of this?
Donnie's pretending to be the cookies, yelling, help us, help us.
Yeah, it takes me a full minute to brew
Like, hey,
a
she's gonna make a potion.
alchemist
you hold
infusion.
on. Just, I won't break his arm. I promise. Just give us a minute. Do you think I would honestly hold this guy like this in the most embarrassing position possible for him?
I'm like, if he was if you're innocent, then why are you struggling?
Because I'm getting attacked by a stranger.
I'm not a stranger. I liberated this place.
She's not attacking you. She's just holding you.
If I wanted you dead, you would have been dead 5 minutes
To
ago.
which Jakartas is like, to which Jakartas replies, it's like, will you let him, it's like, we'll keep an eye on him. Let him up.
Okay, I'm gonna embarrass him as much as possible.
And you like pull his pants down or something?
Yeah, or something like give him a wedgie or you know.
So he's let up and he's allowed to stand up.
I'll begin to unrage.
All right, and Jakar and can you brew the potion right now?
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. Is everyone is talking about all of this.
So you have like a mobile
Got
meth
down on the
lab?
ground- Basically, has
I
gotten
just
down
put-
on the ground,
I just put one
pulled
more,
the
put one
thing
more
out of her
thing.
pack, and
Put
It's
one
currently
more
working
thing
on-
into that, so I get to have another language. A Thessalonian.
Oh, I think I picked that up too.
All right, so
Actually, I did. Anyways,
So
Oh,
you,
wait, I've already had it. Never mind. Shit. I forgot I already have it. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. I won't put a skill into it. Because I already have it.
So with that, he drinks the potion, and it's like, it's like should test it out. And Shalalu says something to him in Goblinoid.
What did she say? I speak Goblin.
Oh, shit.
Anything interesting, or is it just? Can you understand me?
Can you understand me?
Should I get Great Cleave or should I get Combat Reflexes?
Great
Okay, right
cleave.
now.
What?
I liked my answer better, but
I didn't hear you. Because there's 3 people.
Don't care right now.
Oh.
well, okay, he actually speaks Goblin. Okay, he's like, he already understood Goblinoid. Someone speaks in some language that he doesn't normally understand.
Draconic? I'm like,
Understands that.
I speak Thessalonian.
Abyssal,
oh,
Dwarven, Elven, Gnome, Goblin, Infernal.
I have Thessalonian.
Thessalonian would work.
I have Thessalonian. So I'm going to start speaking to her in some Thessalonian language.
frickin' Z Thessalonian.
Alright, so he's like, he does that, and it's like, it is, and this note comes from the woman who ran the paradise,
Yep.
and to which Shalu's like, maybe, it's like, we know, you mentioned before that he went there, we know that.
He has a tattoo.
Maybe she circled the name to incriminate him.
Why would she incriminate him and not just anybody else? Wait, can we like cast like truth on this dude and like have him spill his guts?
Not
Do you have any
normally.
like sodium pentothal potions you can brew?
No, unfortunately, I can't do that.
Well, we can wait till tomorrow, and have Zach cast the thing on him.
Guess what?
The thing that
Zone
makes him
of truth?
speak. The thing that makes him speak.
Alright.
That we did on the one guy.
Is that agreed?
I don't know if that would work. I mean, there's nothing as like a truth serum.
No, like the thing that makes him like not lie, or makes his
There isn't something that doesn't make him not lie.
makes him our like BFF.
Correct. Your BFF will still lie to you.
Do we have any other evidence to corroborate this?
She was a snake demon person. He has the tattoo. His name was circled. The fort was like, overtaken by ogres.
Well, someone let the ogres in, yeah. Someone's guilty.
Which Vale replies, the culprit could already be dead.
Well,
Ogres would do that.
You're not helping.
Zil just kind of looks at you and raises an eyebrow. I wasn't aware I was supposed to be helping you.
It's like, Caven, to which, back to Jakarta's, he's like, Caven, I need, these are serious charges, but I would need better evidence than that. It's like, not many of the Black Arrows, it's like,
Where was
his
he, man?
name is the only Black Arrow on here. It seems like a likely circle.
well, how would she necessarily know that he's a Black Arrow unless he was spilling his guts?
To which, Caven is like, I threw a lot of money and a lot of name recognition in Turtleback Ferry.
A lot of people did that at Turtleback Ferry, and your name was the only one circled. You just
Which,
happened to be alive.
Yeah, which, to which Jakarta replies, it's like, I was there when the Grolls took us. Remember, it was not pretty. They did not seem. If there was a traitor amongst our midst, they didn't exactly act like it.
Well, maybe the girls don't really give a crap about, stuff. They just want to
Which
eat
is
somebody.
which is why the fact that Caven here is alive is not evidence of his guilt.
Okay. How about we just beat it out of him? Or waterboard him until he tells us the truth?
Because if you do that, then all you'll get is exactly what you want to hear,
Exactly.
which is an immediate guilt.
I thought you'd be the only one that would be on my side in this one.
No, I know the torch isn't exactly an efficient method of information gathering.
Tell that to George W. How about we ask this guy really nicely? Why is his name encircled in the book, and why is, like, you know, did Lucretia like him so much? And she's a demon person. Can I intimidate the shit out of him for it?
No.
Can I diplomacy the shit out of him?
No. None of those really get you to catch a lie.
I have, sense motive.
Sense motor the crap out of him.
I got sense motive the crap.
Right, but just because but there isn't, I made my sense motive check, therefore I know he's lying. Didn't you see my roll?
Where, well, I can be like, okay, so where were you when, like, the attack went down, you know?
Does
Alright.
does what's his name have high sense motive?
You can interrogate him in front of Jakartas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. If he lies to you, and you're like, ha, lie, I nailed my sense motive check, that doesn't work.
No, the idea is we can
With
interrogate
Jakartas.
him.
Stop metagaming!
The idea is we interrogate him and catch him in, like, in a lie.
Alright,
Over
yeah,
and
that would
over
work.
and over and over again. Like, we ask, like, you know, the same question over and over again over a period of, like, 3 days, and him sleeping, and eventually, like, you know, and then we turn Britney Spears music on, and then
Why couldn't we get
enhanced
this guy to
interrogation.
Jakarta's to like agree to this though?
This guy could be a traitor. Of course you'll let us do it. I'm not going to kill him. Just going to enhance interrogation.
He just needs, oh yeah, you could start interrogating him right now. Put him in one of the cells downstairs, or
Yeah.
wherever you'd want to take him.
Next to some guts and stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of that.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the big cop and the bad cop? Or
Just bad cop and bad
Alright,
cop.
so you take him to the side and are free to interrogate him. To which Jakarta let you know, it's like, I want to accept what you would believe, and we will kill him. We will execute him the second you have the second you have evidence to get him.
Well, if you don't hear it, and, you know, how's it going to be? You know what I'm saying?
You catch him in a catch him in a contradiction, and if it seems reasonable, and if there's no other way to explain it.
Okay.
All right, so he's taken aside, and I guess you can start interrogating him.
Where were you when the ogres attacked?
We could just have our cleric use discern lies and zone of truth
Yeah.
and other such things.
Can he do that stuff?
Yeah, it's on the cleric spell list, and he can cast up to 5th level spells now, and it's a 4th and a 2nd level spell. Discern lies and zone of truth.
He's not here.
Do all sorts of stuff.
Yes, he is.
Nope.
What the hell is I having a point in my character sheet then?
We have his character sheet. Well, I mean, we could.
He's a 9th level cleric.
Yes.
The clerics draw spell list. They don't have to know the spell beforehand like a wizard does in their book. They just pray to their god, and the god gives it to them.
Yeah. So we
Uncover intentionally.
we make life
So yeah,
miserable
it's just
intentionally.
basically sense motive stuff. But you don't need to wait the 17 hours.
Why?
Well, we can start interrogating him now, and
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they think I'm gonna let up on him, dude. Like, these are your brothers. These are the people that that murdered your brothers. Like the dude in the infirmary that was all like with a horse head on him and stuff.
who do you work for?
Why does
So yeah, I
Lucretia
mean,
have
even
your name circled?
if you beat his all right, go ahead and ask a question. I've heard like a bunch of questions, so you have to ask one.
Why does Lucretia have your name circled?
Like, I don't know.
Good answer.
Damn it! There goes our entire thing. Liar! Where were you during the ogre attack on the place?
And by the way, after you ask a question, if you want to know if he's lying or not, you have to.
Oh, I gotta roll. Okay.
Wait, can you do that on I don't know? Wait,
Yeah,
you could,
do it.
couldn't
You
you?
could do it on I don't know.
Is that a sense motive? Okay.
Yeah, that's sense motive.
Damn it. Damn it. Freaking negative levels. -1 sense motive. But can I can't assist that, can I?
Yeah, you can. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I guess you could assist sense motive.
You don't so much assist sense motive as you do just make your own sense motive roll.
Oh, great. So he's not lying. He's not telling the whole truth either.
You're not telling the whole truth. Where were you during it? What is your relationship with Lucretia?
And she's like, I met her at the paradise.
No
She's,
shit, Sherlock.
It's like, he's like, she was really into me. He's not lying about that.
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah. You hold on. Do you know anything? He's totally lying about that.
About her being totally into him.
Yep.
You freaking
For the whole
lie.
thing.
You liar.
Are you rolling for, what's his name, too?
No, I'm rolling for my sense motive, dude.
No, the other guy that we have to convince.
I don't know. What, Dominic?
Adam?
What about him?
Is he rolling sense motive, too?
Doesn't matter if he feels he's lying. He needs evidence.
It helps, doesn't it?
Nope.
When's the last time you saw Lucretia?
To that he replies, well, he has to think of it for a second. 3 months ago. Truth. Actually, I guess the correct answer is you don't know. But it might be truth. It's both.
Yeah. What? Okay. What about? Did you collaborate with Lucretia for the takeover of the fort?
No. No, he's lying about that.
Oh, you lying piece of shit! What did you do? Why did you do this?
I didn't do anything.
Liar!
Yeah, he is lying. So what?
I'm gonna beat him up. Nothing permanent though.
He's not gonna let us beat him up, is he?
I think he'd be upset if you did.
Okay.
Isn't he, like, right here?
Okay. So
No, he's going about cleaning the fort.
what did you do to give the ogres the advantage here?
I didn't do anything.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, if you fess up, we promise we will spare your life.
I won't make that promise.
You're an idiot.
Well, you can all you
He's
want.
like, I'm a Black Arrow. I know what the Black Arrows do to traitors.
Are we Black Arrows?
No, but to Voros and I would never violate Jakardos and Vale's trust. And I know the punishment for doing it. That's why I would never do such a thing.
Wait, why did he do this?
I don't know. Maybe Lucretia had him like charmed or something. She was a freaking snake lady who like made us stab her. You know, make you stab yourself and stuff.
I thought that doesn't that wear off after a while?
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Well, maybe she didn't have to
It
do
does
it
wear
for
off
very long.
after a while.
But she. I guess he wouldn't need to do it for very long.
He would know that he did it.
Huh?
I mean, if he was charmed, he'd know.
Were you? Well, yeah. Ask him, Mike.
Did she help you? Did she make you do things against your will?
Oh, I didn't even know she had she was some creature. He's lying.
You are a lying piece of crap.
Wait, actually, correction. Um, it's both.
Hmm?
He knew he was being charmed, and I don't know how.
What do you mean both?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure that out too.
You could ask the question separately.
Frosting on your cookies.
What was the question? I forgot already.
This is going to be a long night.
Well, we can always just wait until Zach's ready, doing his preps.
Basically, his preps are basically just sense motive cranked up to 100%. I'm looking at discern lies, which is his level 4 spell, and it's basically just sense motive, but you as successful as you guys have been so far.
So it's gonna be useless.
Zone of Truth might be more useful, though. You literally can't lie.
I'm like,
Maybe we can
did
search
she-
his quarters or something. I mean, maybe.
yeah, we'll do that. But I'm like, what did she promise you? Did she promise you to be the commander of this keep after she took over?
Wait, can you say that again?
Did she promise you to be the commander of this keep when you took over? When the ogres took over?
Like, no. You don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
Okay, well, we can search his quarters for anything. Like we're gonna extra loot the place, and maybe he has some kind of incriminating evidence in his room.
All right, me and Satchel have the highest perception, right? Or what's your perception?
Yeah, plus a billion. Plus like 13.
Okay. All right, me and you can search it, I guess.
Satchel, put your
Well, you
mask
can just
on.
take 20 on the search, so...
Satchel, put your mask on.
All right. Any more questions for this guy before we search?
No, let me just zone of truth the hell out of him.
Wait, do you have to go in like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Alrighty. So, is that gonna help? So you're just gonna wait?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I
I
don't
want to
know.
search his room and stuff. Make sure, see him like extra loot this place, and see if there's anything like hidden in his room. You know, or something incriminating, like a ledger or, you know, like a love letter or something.
Wait, do we know where the ogres got in?
Well, they were able to quickly override the defenses, so they knew. I mean, not specifically, but you knew that like it's obviously a black arrow turned on them.
Okay. I was just trying to see if there was something we could, you know, like someone left some gate open or something. I don't know. And we find like his fingerprints.
Possibly not. He was out on a patrol.
If we can figure out how to link him to Lucretia, that should be enough.
All right, so we're gonna search his quarters, I guess.
Let's search the shit out of it.
There's no evidence to be found there.
Well,
Okay.
guess we just have to wait for Zach to like make him so he can't lie.
That's not gonna help though.
Yes, it will. If he can't lie, then he can say yes. You know, I did this. and
Didn't
this.
you catch the part where Adam was saying that it's the same as we've
No,
already been
the
doing?
Zone of truth.
Yeah, Zone of Truth is slightly different, but it doesn't have to answer the question.
Can we use the charm person too? I can dress up
No.
like as Lucretia and. What about using hallucinogens or something?
Because he'd still be motivated to lie.
What What about diplomacy? We can alter that.
No, that would just make him friendly, but he'll still lie to you.
Okay, well, you know.
Because he has a lot of skin in the game. And as for Zone of Truth, he'll be evasive. But you just want to hold him and wait?
Yeah, I guess we just wait until he decides he just, wants to, like, be cooperative. And maybe sit next to the creepy dead bodies of his friends for a while, you know. We'll, like, do something.
Okay, so he's locked up. And, Vale, Jakardos, and Shallow have been cleaning up the map room, and it's cleared up, and they're over there discussing stuff.
I'm like, well, we can't make him not lie. So, and it's obvious that his defenses were overrun very quickly, and that's highly unlike any assault that's ever been done on this, place. This place has been here for how long? Against ogres for how long? And all the birds are dead.
To which Jakardos replies,
There wasn't that
I would
many
glad-
ogres here.
I was like, it's... Normally the letter would be enough, but unfortunately we have nothing that really links him to the crime.
Do you really need something? Like,
When the sport...
what's the burden of proof here?
He's like, for me, at least something. We've lost a lot of black arrows over these last 3 weeks, and it would be quite wrong to to execute the wrong person.
But what are you gonna do if you can't trust him? You know he was lying.
Okay, none of your buddies have the tattoo. None of your buddies have, like, their name in the ledger. Okay? He is the only one, and his name is circled. And she was a freaking snake lady person. And he's alive still, somehow. And we know he's a lying scumbag.
I like my question better.
And it's like, we don't know he's a lying scumbag. We really have we have a belief he's lying,
Scrub
but we
to
have
the
no evidence for the effect.
rescue. All right, so no,
Scrubs it is.
what about my question though? Like, what are you gonna do with him? Okay, you can't prove anything. Are you gonna let him? Are you gonna turn your back on him? Are you gonna let him go on patrol with somebody, thinking he's probably gonna try something again? I mean, you know that he did something. I'm not saying you can prove it, but I mean, what are you supposed to do with him now? What are you gonna do with him?
To which Avail is like, Jakarta's, we can't. I know you don't want to kill anyone unfairly. It's not your style, but we can't trust him. It's like, which Jakarta says,
Could you even banish him? I mean, if he
No,
knows the layout of the fort,
He's stuck here
if you
for
banish
life,
him, he
man.
could come back. Oh, okay.
He's like a life sentence to be a Black Arrow man. So,
Oh.
Jakartos, man, there's no other Black Arrows. The commander's dead, or, like, not here. So you're, like, in charge, man.
then we'll banish him from the fort, but I can't order his death without more.
So once you banish him, he no longer becomes a Black Arrow, right?
Does he no longer be true?
Okay, so then he can be killed.
Are you-
Just saying, once he's outside your jurisdiction, doesn't mean we can't take him back to Menagmar with us.
Yeah, we could take him. I guess we could arrest him and take him somewhere.
I mean, they have corrupt enough courts where I think that, like, maybe they probably wouldn't give a shit.
Hey, Zach.
He's muted, but I gotta go, so I'm gonna let this keep recording, okay?
Yeah,
Alright.
whatever.
Alright, so, yeah, I'll edit this when I get back. Have a good one.
See-
So
Can you hear
Zach,
me now?
yep.
Okay.
So right now we're debating ways to get enough evidence that Caven should be executed as the traitor. Right now, there isn't really any evidence that he did the act.
Unless he can be clever and think of something that we can't.
Uh,
We searched his room thoroughly.
we have him here though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we interrogated him, and we know he's lying, but there's still no evidence, so they can't just execute him just because they know he's lying.
Well, they can, but
That seems to be Mike's suggestion, but definitely the Black Arrows would look down upon you guys executing him.
Yeah, I'm not
we don't
okay with
necessarily
that.
have to execute him. He just can be sent on a mission to deal with the last of the ogres by himself, with people shadowing him, making sure he goes there to do that. There was what you said, four ogres that got away.
There were several ogres that got away, probably like a dozen.
Well, there you go. That's a good mission for him.
To which Jakartas replies, I'm not going to just give him a death sentence either.
It's not a death sentence. It's a warrior's redemption.
Well, I'm going to go sit down for a while. Let me know when you boys decide something. And Zeltruth walks out of the map room.
Okay.
So Zone of Truth could work if you ask the right questions.
Yeah,
Or
we're
if
told
he-
we can do that spell, Zach.
Or if he knew something that no one else knew.
But how do we get him to say that?
I have no idea.
Banishment's pretty good, I mean. But what does he have to say about him, knowing the layout of the fort and then potentially being a danger, like he could just attack people on patrol or something?
He would just attack people on patrol?
The guy that we were gonna banish, what's his name? I don't know his name.
He didn't attack people on patrol.
I'm saying if we banish him rather than kill him,
Oh.
he could just attack people. Or lead another attack on the fort since he knows the defense layout extremely well. Like he probably knows patrol schedules and stuff like that.
Like, yes, we all know patrol schedules.
I'm saying if you just banish him, he could just it'd be very easy for him to attack you and kill more people if he decides to do that.
So he's like, to which replies is like, we can't execute him for no reason.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. I'm just making you think through the decision to banish him too. I mean, it's better than leaving him here, but it's not the best solution either.
So I mean, it's like, what option does? So what would you suggest?
I don't know. I'm just being a negative Nancy. I can't think of any positive suggestions. I'm just finding out what's wrong with that suggestion.
So Zach, what do you think?
I've already provided my input.
Send him on his way? Except to have him send him off in the battle somehow?
Is there some court or something that would take this case, or they're just going to say this is under the Black Arrow's jurisdiction?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, you could, we could just try the Zone of Truth.
Yeah, I'm saying if that fails. Like, could we just take him to some court or something? Like, we could just take him there and then turn him over to them?
Um, no, not really. I mean, if you did, they wouldn't bother to hear it. I mean, they have nothing on him. It's like they say you did these things. We have no evidence that you did. They brought you over from a fort we don't know about.
Alright. Okay, good point. Okay, I got nothing. Let's try the zone of truth thing.
All right. So
I could use I could summon a planar ally, and my god would send a 6-hit dice or less creature to do a task for me, and that task could be to determine the guilt of this man and then deliver his punishment.
with like a hound Harkon or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So what, can it just magically finds evidence or something?
I think this would be more like summon planar ally.
Yeah, this is lesser planar ally.
Oh,
What
yeah.
So what would it would do? It just magically find the evidence or something, or what?
But that's what we would be asking it to do.
Okay, would that work?
Let's see. I mean, payment of service. I mean, I guess like if they had like, it would be like something like some sort of arc. Like, actually, a hound. Wouldn't it have to be like your deity to send you an outsider of the deity's choice? Are there much truth-telling, chaotic, neutral creatures of Gorum?
Well, he would know what the what I'm requesting the being for.
Oh, what would they do? Like what kind of planar creature would you summon?
Uh,
I don't know what a good yeah, chaotic neutral one he could send would be. Is there any chaotic? Yeah, oh, married. What the heck is a? You know, there is not a good list of. They don't. There's not one chaotic neutral. That's BS. I guess he could send a chaotic good one.
You could send a
So
chaotic
either a
good and a
neutral or a
chaotic
chaotic
evil.
good one of less than 6 HD, or a chaotic evil. Yeah. Summon
Send them
yourself a
both.
half fiend minotaur.
You could send them both and then even it out. Be like this little angel and a demon on the shoulders.
yeah, there doesn't seem to be any chaotic neutral outsiders.
So chaotic good, I guess, be the closest. I guess
I
it's
don't
your
want to meet
call.
chaotic neutral outsiders. They're really weird.
They'd be hard to motivate, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Although I'm fairly certain that anyone that actually answered to Gorham would want either to have him tested in battle for his punishment to determine his guilt, or something along those lines.
Yeah, you could summon a Mephit. I mean, that doesn't help, but they're kind of funny.
So,
Rich.
so this would be like Game of Thrones, basically.
You could summon a genie.
Robin Williams, too soon?
Astral plane, speaking with animals, change the. Yeah, Gorham is not very helpful in this category.
Okay. Well, then I saw it. A for effort. So, Zone of Truth?
Zone of Truth.
Discreet lies. Wouldn't that be better?
Discern lies, yeah. And that's what we were debating on, if what was better, Discern Lies or Zone of Truth. And, I mean, there is the will save, which...
Discreet lies is a couple points higher.
Yeah, but it is a couple levels higher, but it functions as... Basically, you have... Yeah, the issue is... So Zone of Truth would work, but he would just be extremely evasive. And that's the thing. He's been evasive this whole time. You know he's lying.
Can we just give him some weed or something? I don't know.
Right. Okay, in case you guys are curious, I think you're in room B32. That's the map room.
I could always just, send him to the plane of one of the other planes. Using plane shift. Just send him to fucking the plane of whichever god deals with justice.
Yeah, so which he's like, yeah, I mean that's an option. But
or we could summon something like a bearded devil to judge him, because they're all about the law and doing the right thing.
Bearded dragon.
Well, not the right thing, the lawful thing, I should say.
You can't summon a bearded devil.
With my summon spell.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, that's just so far away from your alignment. Yeah, you'd be summoning
somebody that I don't
evil,
like
but
at all, but still.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. If there was like evidence of his, we could try this Zone of Truth, because Discern Lies is like a automatic sense motive, which you guys have been nailing your sense motive checks. That wasn't the issue. You know he's lying. But he hasn't said anything that you can point to be like, that's the only possible. You haven't been like, you're the only one possible who could have known that, blah, blah, blah. You haven't... Yeah, he's been lying his butt off. Technically, in the Zone of Truth, he would be as evasive as possible. But if you could get him... But he'd have...
Would he necessarily know that he's in the Zone of Truth?
Would he necessarily know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we can use that as an advantage somehow. Just know.
I mean, I don't know. I would, I guess... I'm assuming either way it doesn't change his reaction to trying to save his own skin.
That's true. We could use, we could ask him close-ended questions if we could figure out if we had any kind of hunch of what he did. Do we have any hunch of what he did to let these people in? These ogres in? Trying to think.
Ask
Specifically,
very specific questions like, did you have anything to do with the attack? Yes or no?
We already got him to answer that. I mean,
Well, yeah, but then you just go like that. Were you? How were you? You don't ask open-ended questions like how were you involved. You ask very specific questions. You sit down and you write a list of specific questions, and then you ask them, and they all need to be yes or no questions.
but he doesn't answer. But he doesn't have to answer.
We will take all instances of you not answering as a yes.
Uh, would that work? I don't know. I mean, why else would he answer that? That's actually pretty. That's decent.
what questions?
So we bring what's his name? Jack. What's his name? Jack something. Jacker
Jakartas.
Jacardos, and be like, okay, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to answer these questions. If you don't answer, then it's an admission of guilt or something. Yeah. And then we have him answer. Like, like, did you have something to do with this attack? Did you let these ogres in? Like, why wouldn't he answer that? Would that be enough?
Say that again.
So, so what?
You gone away.
Sorry, my mech cut out.
I thought you rage quit.
No. um. So we have Jacardos agree to a list of questions and say, we come to this guy and be like, hey, if you don't answer these questions, you're admitting guilt because there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to answer these specific questions.
Like what?
Like, did you let these ogres in? Were you a part of this? Did you, work with Snake Lady?
You mean under a zone of truth?
Yeah, under zone of truth. So he either doesn't answer, and everybody knows that he's under zone of truth. So basically, it's like forcing a confession without the ability for him to lie.
All right. Yeah.
I think that's pretty solid.
We'll jump to that. Let's see if we can. We'll just hand wave the time in the spell because I want to see them.
Mm-hmm.
We need to sit down and do the questions so we can actually figure what they are beforehand.
I think besides the obvious ones I listed, anything else?
We'll write them down so we have a list.
All right.
What would the DC of that spell be?
18.
I'll assume he wouldn't be able to defeat that. Or you know what? You can just ask questions. We'll say we set up the whole thing. You can ask questions when you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm kind of curious to see how well this goes.
All right. Well, those are the
Well, we
first
could
couple.
do a mark of justice on him, and then if he lies to us, it activates. We could restrain him, do the mark of justice, and then if he lies to us, it activates, and we can have him take a -6 to an ability score, or -4 to all attack rolls, saves, ability checks, skill checks. Each turn, he'd be able to do a DC 17 will save to act normally. Otherwise, it it can take no action.
So it's like double. It's like doubling up on this spell, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I guess that would help. That makes it a lot harder
He
for
would
them
have
to save.
a permanent fucking, essentially a permanent problem for the rest of his life that is fairly significant.
Are you gonna stick around until it's immediately ready, or are you just gonna try and take the fort save on the negative levels there, Nathan?
Uh,
Well, if we're gonna spend the
how
couple
long has it
hours
been?
to get my spells back, I can just get a restoration and use that on him.
Except you don't have the diamond.
Oh, that's right. It's a 100 gold diamond dust.
Wait, can someone just run and go get it? Can we say someone we just like sent a runner or something? Where? Yeah,
Let's see,
because
how
you have to
long
go
of a trip
across the
is it?
ferry, right?
You have to go to Turtleback Ferry, which
I thought-
is about
I thought-
15.
I thought Turtleback Ferry didn't have it.
No, they'll have 100 gold diamond.
Oh,
They
I
won't
thought
have
you
a
said it
1,000
wasn't.
gold. They probably won't have it. They might not have 1,000 gold restoration diamond.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess I could have just left right away after the battle was over. If you ignore all the stuff I've been trying to help out with this interrogation, I guess, or
Nope, not going to.
We can
Alright,
just send somebody with a horse to get it.
So you have like 19 hours. And
Shiloh? Will Shiloh do it? Do me solid.
I'm not your errand girl.
Hey, this is my life here. I'd do this for you
Why don't you just do it yourself?
because I have to. Well, okay, you take over for me in this interrogation then.
Okay.
All right.
You won't be able to use the diamond until you come back. You won't be able to. The earliest he could cast, you should be back, right? Actually, let's check that real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. How fast is overland movement?
With
You
a
figured
horse.
this out session before last. You said it's like 15 miles, right?
Yeah, probably.
30 miles round trip.
With a horse per hour, 3 hours. Yeah, I mean it's a 3-hour trip. Okay, so that won't be a thing. You'll travel through most of the day. So we'll say we'll just, because there's no resolution there. We'll say, Shallow was like, fine, just take this damn diamond dust.
Oh, she has it?
We'll say she has it. Makes it easier.
All right. I was like, I pay her back.
I'll take out the 100 gold later. Okay. So everyone sleeps the night.
Those- I want those.
You're free to talk to Vale or Jakartas or Shaolu. Or would you just want to jump straight to the interrogation?
I guess. Mm, unless you guys have anything else, interrogation.
Alright, we'll go straight to that. So the next day comes and it's 24 hours after you slept, so it's almost noon, probably. The cleric has made the preparations for Zone of Truth. Duration will be... Well, it doesn't matter, I'm sure you can cast it enough. You guys aren't going anywhere. Not going anywhere for a while? Oh, great.
Wait, so what about my restoration spell thing, though? Does that
You'll be
mess with...
Wait, that's actually a good question.
No, I can still do screen lies. I get two spells. The screen lies and restoration will be my 4th level spells.
Well, no, the question is if you're able to cast it in time. That's the... Okay, now I remember the issue. So, basically, Nathan got zapped with negative levels at like 10 o'clock. Then you battled a bit more. Then you rested for 2 hours to gain the benefits of 8 hours of sleep. So then you prepared your spells to prevent more than once per day. So then you had to wait a day. Screw it. We'll just forget about it.
No, we'll have to wait a day.
But a day is not necessarily 24 hours from when you did it.
We'll just wait till 24 hours has passed.
But if we wait till 24 hours, Nathan has to make the fort save anyway.
And
Because it happened. Because he got zapped with negative levels before you rested on your 2 hours. So he got zapped, and then you guys battled the shocker lizards. Then you rested for 2 hours and prepped your spells. And still that day. So technically, he has to make a save 24 hours after he got it. Does that make sense? But if you need 24 hours rest, there's no way to cast restoration before you're ready.
Is Mike back?
Mm-hmm.
Sorta.
No,
Or am I
throw him
wrong?
away,
If we
Shannon.
say it's 24 hours you need rest, or just the next day.
Each
You told me to throw
day,
them away.
That's probably up to you, either way. I gotta rest anyways for the next day.
Right, but it depends on how soon you could prepare your spells. But for this, I'm going to assume that we can just get it over with. Nathan, just roll a fort save. Let's see if this would even be an issue.
I thought you. Okay. You said you wouldn't.
I'm
Have
not
to
going
do
to
that.
penalize you if you fail.
All right. I'm at +6 right now. Okay. Well, I'll probably.
So it's not even an issue. You
Oh,
passed
it was-
without it.
Waif is strong. It doesn't need your diamond dust. I throw it back in Shiloh's face. Sorry.
Everyone goes down to Cell H. The cleric has prepared the spells and casted Zone of Truth and Justice and ready for the Galarian way. And then,
Alright.
so he is plied. You may begin speaking to him.
Oh, the duration on Mark of Justice is permanent, by the way. So if he ever lies to us at any point in time,
I'm talking
after
to you,
this,
Shannon.
he's,
Wow, that's an OP spell. What is that? It's crazy.
it's a
It
fifth
takes
level
10
spell.
minutes to cast, so they have to be either willing or restrained. So.
Like I said, we'd have to tie
Okay.
him up, restrain him, but you know.
Oh, that's easy. I can go ahead and grapple with him again.
And technically, you really want to. It's a very interesting thing to cast because you want to be casting it on your direct enemy.
That's
All
true.
right, so then the true serum is put up. It's
Okay.
enchanted.
We don't even necessarily need the serum, the zone of truth or discreet lies, because if he lies to us, he's gonna have an immediate, obvious, problem.
So Jakarta goes down there and he's there and he's like, Caven? He's like, yes. Yeah, the cleric has worked the powers of his god Gorham. You will have to answer. I will take any answers that is not yes, no, or a direct answer. I shall if you give me an. It's like, wow, we were never friends. I do consider you an ally and a black arrow. If at any point in this that you give a false answer, Vale will decapitate you. It's like you must. I'll accept no partial answers on this.
Wow.
Vale, are you ready? And Vale just looks at him and nods.
This is pretty intense. What I missed.
Can we, Zach came up with a
basically
pretty good idea.
deciding how to go about doing this so that we could get the best
We
outcome.
cast
Yeah, I'm
we
just
cast
here.
this like thing on him. If he lies, he like takes all these like negative huge penalties permanently. Like he can't even get rid of them.
Yeah,
But
I'm
he can
just
he
here
can
for a
still
minute.
do half truce, but Jakartas has taken care of half truce. Vale stands ready with his axe.
I'm like, can't we just like, if you want to confess at this point, I think we've got you. You could
We
just
can.
confess and maybe make it easier on you.
Just to clarify, it can be removed. Limited wish, miracle, wish.
Yeah, they're not going to come up for this guy.
Yeah.
He
I'm
probably
like,
wants
Yeah, I mean, you may not. I'm like, I'm trying to diplomacy him. I'm like, you may not. The penalty may still be death, but at least you would die with honor, some semblance of honor. Diplomacy.
yeah, roll diplomacy.
Anybody want to help me? Wait, I don't have negative levels anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay, that helps a little bit. Does anybody can Satchel help, or because he's not here?
Not here.
His mask of doom.
Can I put on? Wait, can I put on his mask?
So are you intimidating or are you?
Diplomacy. Or I guess either one would work, right? Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't you have a higher intimidation?
I have a higher. Yeah, I do.
I would say intimidate when to do it.
All right.
Diplomacy
So
isn't
diplomacy.
your thing, man.
Anybody gonna help me? Does anybody have like a +1?
I got a plus 11.
Just roll it and we'll see.
I got a plus like 7 or something. I don't know.
Yours is pretty good then. Okay.
No luck on the diplomacy.
All right.
Alright, buddy.
Gave him a chance. It's like you had your chance. Shame on you.
May Goram have mercy on your soul.
Alright, ask away.
Who's doing it?
Anybody
Ooh.
can ask a question.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for a while.
Do it.
All right. I have 2 sample questions.
Did you have
In
anything to do
chat.
with the attack on the fort?
Can you say that again? I didn't hear the first part.
Did you have anything to do with the attack on the fort?
No.
Did you tell Lucretia anything that would compromise the scheme?
Wait, doesn't his head come off at that point?
No, he can't lie.
Okay.
Say that again?
Did you tell Lucretia anything that would possibly compromise the integrity of the fort?
It's like, yes, I had quite. Yes, I would have quite a few drinks, and I would get a little. I would get a little mouthy. That happens.
What did you tell her?
It's like, I told her. It's like, yeah, I told her about what life at the fort was like, and she was hot. I thought it would give me some awesome points if I just told her, like, oh yeah, I mean, the guards aren't that. I'll be on patrol at this time. I'll be on patrol at this time. The fort, the walls are pretty are shorter here. I mean, I was just always talking about my job with her.
Would he know if he someone casts a spell on him?
Yes, he would know.
Did you know if you were charmed?
I was never charmed by Lucretia. I didn't know she could.
Did you know she was a Naga snake person?
No. Which, as he's answering as best he can, as in, like, we don't know she's a Nagana, whatever that means.
The snake
As
thingy.
best, technically, he just looks at you as that's not an easy question to process.
Did you know that she was a snake?
Not
thingy?
human?
Not human.
No.
Yeah. Did you know that she was a sorceress or whatever you would...
No.
Did she know that she was asking these questions to gain access to the fort?
No.
Did she ever ask
Did it
anything
ever
about the
cross your
command?
mind that was in? She may have had ulterior motives for asking these questions.
He gets kind of a look on his face, like, I wouldn't say love, but like a charm sort of lust. And he's like, I just thought she was a woman.
Is he
I'm
still,
starting to like this guy more.
is he still charmed?
No, it would have been impossible for him to remain charmed after, because he hasn't seen her in however long.
Did you ever
3
tell?
months?
Did you tell Lucretia anything about the commander and his trips to the forest?
And he's like, yes.
Do you know where the commander is?
He's like, no.
Wow. Did you tell her when the patrol would be out and when the commander would be gone?
Yes.
Maybe he really isn't that guilty, besides just being reckless.
Reckless and stupidity cost a life is all the black arrows except for the ones here.
Yeah,
So basically, what you're admitting to is
Treason. For the lust of a woman, you compromised the security of this fort.
All your brothers are dead now because of it.
Yeah, seriously, ask him something like that.
I just did.
Yeah.
No, you said a comment. You didn't ask a question, so he doesn't have to answer.
Do you know that what you did caused the deaths of all your brothers?
Yes.
And do you feel bad?
Yes.
He starts crying, and then we start hugging.
Do you realize that,
This is an intervention.
It's like, well,
Repentant?
I pull out a pad of paper, and I'm like, you have made me feel bad in the following ways.
would you do it again?
First, Zach asked an interesting question,
If you
which
were
is,
once-
are you repentant? And I'm working on it.
You're working on it. That's a half truth. Cut the head off.
It's not a half truth.
It's just kind of a funky way of saying something.
It is, but I can't really think of him not necessarily being repentant. Isn't not necessarily that he wouldn't eventually repent, nor that he's guilty at this moment.
Oh, he is guilty.
Yeah, you just haven't asked the right question. That's absolutely proves that he's guilty.
Why not just ask if he's guilty?
Are you guilty of being a traitor?
No. Wait, let me try and think of that. Yeah, he answers no.
Would others think that
All the same view.
what you've done? Think what you've done is being a traitor?
We're grasping at straws here.
No,
we
no, no.
got this.
If he honestly believes that what he did wasn't traitorous, then he's telling the truth. But if somebody else, if somebody else or one of his peers would have think otherwise,
And it's like, if somebody else, can you be more you need the question. He just looks at you like, huh?
the way the commander think that what you have done was treasonous.
Now that's a very for this game is a very for this rule set. Isn't that a very interesting question?
Sure.
Because could he answer even if because let's be honest, we all know he's the traitor.
He would know what his boss would think of it, especially since they work so closely. They were
That's an
brothers.
interesting one, isn't it? I mean, that's
they were
like
brothers. You know when you're doing something wrong.
right. I think it falls under a hearsay though,
Doesn't matter.
and I think because it's hearsay and because it's so hard to make that truthful.
Well,
He could make a truthful answer. I don't know.
But the thing is, if this wouldn't hold up in court. The judge would just throw that question out.
Well,
We're not a court.
we're not.
But we basically are.
No, we're
Good
not.
thing we aren't a very good court. then.
Court's logical. I mean, he's gonna.
Yeah,
what's
but
his
you
name?
know
It's
what?
basically a
Court doesn't have fucking magic.
I'm just trying to see the question.
Here's the thing. So I'm actually gonna allow that because the truthful answer is I don't know. He's not really allowed to answer I don't know.
Oh.
So I'm
His
going to
head
give
gets
you on
cut
that
off.
one and say he says yes.
Okay. Jacardos?
Why?
And it was just Ricardo's turns to him and it's like, you're going to be executed.
What
We'll
do you know?
execute you in sunlight if you so wish. Just answer their questions.
What do you know about Lucretia's plans for this area? Do you know? I have another question, but
I had no idea what her plans were, but as soon as as soon as I got out, I just wanted to see got out of the Raw attack. I had a feeling that was what was up, but I just wanted to see her.
Why isn't this guy just a puddle of emotions right now? He's like, oh, I'm gonna execute you now.
do you know that?
I don't want to, because I still want to be able to answer your questions, so I don't
Alright.
want to.
Do you know
We're
that?
curious now.
Fair enough.
Do you know that anything about this Sahedron rune that it's inscribed that's tattooed on you, and what it's for?
She's like, she told me it would look good on me.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Still gonna die though.
Wow, you got a tattoo. That's why you never get a tattoo for a chick.
Yeah, or a dude.
Anybody?
Yeah.
The entire arm is covered in names that have been crossed out.
Which Jakarta's and Vale leave the room. Shadow
Alright.
sticks around.
Why are they leaving?
I almost pity him. Almost.
I don't. Not in the slightest.
They're leaving. They have a lot to think about.
So they
Like-
basically condemned him.
Yeah, he's a
Now
dad.
all we have to do is find out anything else we're curious about.
Yeah.
Do you know any of Lucretia's next plans?
As Waith properly observes, he is like turning into an emotional puddle of mud. He's like, no, I honestly had no idea what she wanted. I didn't. And she told me to delay the patrol. I had no idea what she planned. Maybe it was just gonna be like stealing something. But I knew when we returned to the fort, that's what happened.
She told you to delay the fort. Delay the patrol.
No, to delay the patrol.
So they wouldn't get back in time and see the bad things. Do
Alright.
you know where the commander would be if he was in the forest with his friend?
It's like, I know he went to the Whisper Glens.
Can you point to us on a map where that is?
Or sorry, not the Whisper Glens. I know he went to the Shimmer Glens. They're southwest of Turtleback Ferry.
Alright.
Alright.
I think we should
I
go
walk
there.
out of the room.
I'm done.
I think my battery's dying trying to find the plug.
We're getting ready to leave, so I gotta bail now. So, alright guys.
Alright.
Muted.
Alright, peace.
Yeah, that was kind of depressing.
That's kind of funny.
So he'll be executed. Unless you have any
So-
other questions.
So we found out exactly what he did, why he's so traitorous. He delayed the patrol.
He delayed the patrol. He reported on he gave the fort security parameters, and he told her when he went on his monthly walks.
You get like succubus or something, basically.
But no, he was never charmed.
Well, you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah. Sold his soul to the devil for nothing.
I'm like, hey, Shiloh, I got this beautiful diamond dust for you as a present.
So with that, you leave, and they'll execute him in the morning.
You know, I'm really depressed.
So with that, it's back up to the map room.
I want him to, does he have any family?
You don't know.
I ask if he has any. I want to know if he has any family. If he needs his body sent somewhere. His
I think the
belongings.
Black Arrows will take care of that, right?
Not necessarily. He's a traitor.
Hmm.
And then there's also if he would prefer to go out fighting the ogres instead of by execution.
That's not a bad idea, I guess. Give him the option. I don't know if
Will the Black Arrows give him that option, though?
probably. I mean, based on what he told us, I mean, it's not like it's like, haha, I knew everything, and I was working with her. Mwahaha. It wasn't like that. He was just like, just dumb.
To which he's like, my parents live in Turtleback Ferry. My father asked me to be pressed into the Black Arrows after I got, after I assaulted and robbed an old family friend.
Well, you're not doing so good so far.
Well, no, I don't think he even deserves to go fight the ogres. Just kill him.
Well, they're all the black, but we
it's-
knew that was something like that already because he's a Black Arrow. He did
Yeah.
something.
But also keep in mind that it's not just for his benefit; it's also the benefit of the Black Arrows and the people that live in the area.
Yeah. Well, can we give? I still like that option. Whatever.
They're gonna
I like-
execute him.
They won't give him that option.
Nope.
All right, fair enough.
Punishment is sort of slipped in for the Black Arrows. Banishment, execution, flogging.
Can we just can I try diplomacying him to convince him? Or would
Yeah.
all right. Well, first, would he be interested in that in the first place? I ask him before I even try to go diplomacy.
At this point, he's not really with Jakardos and Vale gone, and he's now lying in the corner, rather a
Alright.
destroyed mess. He's not really forthcoming with anything.
Okay, well. Alright, I'll go ask the commander first, or what's his name? I'm just gonna call him Jack.
Why do you call him Jack? Is it Bell, or is it the other one?
Jakardos.
Jakardos. Call him Jack for short. Alright, I go plead my case. Same thing I just said right now.
That what, he should be spared?
No, that he should have the option to execution by attacking the ogres to at least redeem himself and at least pull a little bit more weight potentially.
And if he just flees?
We just follow him. We shadow him.
Well, I could also put another mark of justice on him for that too.
I guess that would work too, wouldn't it? I mean, couldn't we take the ogres on ourselves? What?
We just killed an entire force worth of ogres.
So,
Some of them basically fighters. Basically, what left was maybe 2 or 3 fighters and mostly little low-level grunts. We could probably take all of them on at once. Without
I know,
breaking a
that's what
sweat.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we just shadow him, let him do his thing, and then we just take out the rest of them.
You want the
False.
traitorous coward to be your cohort?
No, we send him out alone, like in front of us, and we just follow him.
I'm gonna say you can't do that.
All right,
I'm gonna rule that as an alignment thing.
why not?
That's at that point, that's torture.
No, it's not. Okay, don't you get? I actually completely agree with that because he's gonna die anyways. So he's actually doing something good because he's
Except he's not
something
doing
with Black Arrow.
being slaughtered. He has no chance of success. So you're
That-
effective. Also, he has no chance of even contributing. So in a lot of ways, you're just sort of getting him executed.
If he has no chance of contributing, how are they keeping the ogre population in control anyways?
Oh, he's not going to help. Oh yeah, he'd be useful to the fort and then like the whole fort tactics. But to what you have ahead of you, where you're going to be walking, he is not going to be able to contribute.
No. He doesn't. He's not saying take him with us to do that. We're going to hunt down the last of the ogres that fled, and he's going to attack them.
And he'll definitely die in the process.
Yeah, I know
Well,
that.
That's part of the reason he's doing it. This way, he has a chance.
Which
to
is
fly
just
him
really
down.
convoluted murder. Like, you're
No,
not
it's
actually
not.
giving him a chance to contribute. There is no redemption there.
All right. Well, how about this? I'll say
In
you
keeping
can
with my
make a
God.
call. You can make a call on my alignment, not because I think good. I think that's good, but I don't think it's lawful.
It's not good. I don't think in any way you can interpret that as good.
Mm.
That's like saying
here's the thing.
No, no.
That's what Zeltruth might suggest it, but she also just thinks that he should be slaughtered without any form of redemption, whatever. But
Yeah. Nathan, the issue is you're basically saying his redemption It's sort of like some sort of weird World War II Russian army walk through the minefield, and you spare someone's life by stepping on that mine, sort of thing,
Pretty much, I guess. Yeah.
which is not good.
All right.
I'm completely fine with it though.
Yeah, plenty of people, like almost everyone in this group is good with it, except for you and Helga, I would say. Yeah, I know, Zach. I know you, Zell, and Satchel are fine with it.
I'm absolutely fine with it. In fact, I'm all for it because that would be good for Gorham. That Gorham would prefer
Though,
that.
do you agree that it's like sending someone out into a minefield?
Pretty much.
Is that a good thing?
There's been a.
It
Not to
depends
call
on what
out
it accomplishes.
not to call out horrible movies, but I've seen movies and shit where they've, like the villain is like, oh, this, turns at the end and like sacrifices himself to.
This is more like sending someone out into a minefield, except that before they get there, they're shot by a sniper. They don't even
What?
set a mine off.
Yeah, that's the other issue. He would just get.
See,
You might get him
personally,
shot
I
in
would
before the ogres
fucking
tear him apart. Might. You know whether or not he wins
out of-
initiative.
even out of character, I feel that would be a good thing to do. Because, and the reason that is good and evil are subjective and based on experience and culture.
Not in Dungeons and Dragons.
But also, I mean, in this,
To detect good and detect
that's
evil
what
spell.
makes not. I think he's not. I think you're not interpreting like the risk and the reward. Basically, the risk reward level here is like, if you go out there and blow up a mine, you're doing something heroic. You're not even like telling him
Like I
to
said,
go
something
dig
like
up
that, he's getting
mines. You're
shot
just
by a
telling him
sniper
to
before he
walk.
can get out there.
Yeah. On top
Well,
of it,
okay.
Go ahead,
My-
come on. Oh,
my
right,
arg-
sniper.
My argument's not that. It's not that part that's good. I'm saying that giving him a choice is good.
okay, yeah, he'll turn down.
That's my entire argument. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to give him a choice.
Now I have no doubt that that everyone else except you and Helga would just march him to his death.
All right. Well, I feel satisfied
but-
now.
Okay, yeah, it's a choice he will turn down.
All right.
He might be able to convince if you wanna burn some of your fame points that take him on as a cohort. You can do that. He won't accept suicidal orders.
What level is he? He's like level 1 or something?
Well, it would be set to your leadership. No, he's not level 1.
Oh.
He would be. What's your charisma?
My charisma is 10, so plus 0. Why does it say it's 11, effectively? And it doesn't matter, I don't have a bonus anyways.
To your level plus and you're level 9.
Uh-huh.
He is doing the math real quick. He is Ranger 2, Rogue 4.
Oh. I guess that's not bad. But I would have to convince Jack about that, right?
Yes, I mean, and this is the thing. It's like if you want to try and redeem him somehow by having him do it, the suicidal option is not an option. But
This is interesting. I kind of like this. This is really interesting, though. Like, especially since he has that one. Can't we just put that one thing on him, that mark or whatever?
Mark of Justice.
Yeah.
looking at his alignment, he might be even willing to convert to Gorhamism.
And seek
whatever
honorable
word.
death in battle as the Vikings of old.
So he turned into a born again Christian.
Born again Christian. That's not quite how Gorham is.
Gorham again Christian.
Comparing Christianity and worshiping Gorham is completely like.
What about that What about that Dan Brown documentary? You know.
There's a documentary on Dan Brown. Wasn't a boring movie.
I know. I'm being facetious.
About how Dan Brown's books are a documentary.
Yeah.
Are you going to actually ask Jakarta's this? We haven't really accomplished much, but this has been pretty fun.
Yeah. I kind of like this idea. I don't know if I would take him on, but what about Johnny Rico?
Rico's already got companions in you guys. He doesn't need another.
Yeah. Let's try the easy way out. All right. Jesus. I don't know.
And Gorham is about, fucking combat.
So what can those fame points? What else can I burn them on besides this type of thing?
Bunch of stuff. Probably nothing you'd use.
All right. Well, I'm for it. I'm all for it then.
I'm sorry, he would not. He would actually be a level less. He would be 5th level.
So it'd be
Because
fifth.
you take a -1 penalty to your leadership score if you recruit a cohort of an alignment different than your own.
Oh, all right. So he's So what? So that means he's level 5. You said?
Yeah, he's a 2/3.
What is
And you're
our
rogue 3.
fame right now, anyways?
Fame, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna remember your name. Fame. So when you take him with you, your fame I don't think has really increased too much. Where'd I post on fame?
I'm gonna have to research this.
I don't know if you even posted on fame. I know you said that mine was 11.
Alright, so Nathan's would be 9 plus probably like 20 or something.
20?
Over 20. Which means that like when you decide to be like, hey, you're going with us on this deadly mission. And then I guess you could bring him back and put him in jail. But you burn a point of fame a day to get him as a cohort.
Oh, a day?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought no, that doesn't work. I thought you just burn those points and then he's your cohort.
No, it's a feat leadership.
Oh no, never mind. I'm not willing to like completely debilitate my freaking character for that.
The fame that you have no interest in spending points in.
But what happens when you get to 0?
Nothing.
You said, oh, so you can just
Your
go negative
prestige-
fame.
Okay, you're not burning
No,
fame
you're
points. You're burning
gaining
prestige
prestige points, which, yeah, that's the difference. You're still just as famous. It's the prestige that you're burning, which is what you use to get stuff with. That's the only point of it.
Yeah, you spend the prestige points you get from fame, which is to gain, and then one of the things, temporary cohort, 1 point. Gain a cohort as if you had the leadership feat. This character remains in your service for 24 hours. So I guess leave him in jail until you need him. Then be like, you're coming with me, and then you go travel, fight, come back to the fort, put him back in jail.
Or, execute him.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of work.
At some point on this deal, you can't execute him.
No, that's Zeltral's suggestion is just we leave tomorrow right after his execution.
You know what? I'm gonna say like in character, based on what he did before, I can't trust him anyways. Especially since he did something twice.
Out of
Really
sheer
stupid.
stupidity, too, not malice. That's the worst.
Yeah, I can't.
But I'll let you
really-
know if you burn the points that he's loyal. You'll get his loyalty. You've convinced me that are good enough reasons for him to remain loyal.
All right.
But he didn't betray them out of disloyalty. He betrayed them out of sheer stupidity.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in I'm gonna go in character on this and say that I can't trust him. So yeah, not doing that.
You're gonna take the easy way.
Pretty much.
I want to spend a point on getting the Wanderer title.
All right. Oh, that's funny. Somehow this fame thing comes up and people start actually looking at it.
Yeah, I have no idea that.
Well, I didn't know
remember you
what
mentioned you were
our
using this,
fame
but
was, so I didn't,
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh.
posted it. I've posted about all this stuff.
Yeah, I remember you posting it now. I just completely forgot about it.
Alright, so he's just gonna be executed.
Yeah.
You don't want to go on the effort to redeem him, even though it's very possible.
Uh,
I just don't think he's smart enough
That's-
to not betray us accidentally.
yeah, that's my
Well,
whole concern.
he was deliberately traitorous and felt bad about what had ultimately happened, maybe, but he did it out of sheer stupidity and lust for a woman.
Yeah. No, I'm
Not
still
a hot
going with
chick, and
the.
we're gonna get betrayed.
I'm still going with the. I want to redeem him, but he's too much of a risk.
I think that's part of redemption. I mean, if it was so easy and everyone was so loyal, redemption stories everyone would redeem everyone. The whole point of redemption is it's hard.
He can't redeem stupidity. Take him on as a cohort, and Zeltruth will try to get him killed. She will not use her precise bomb to exclude him from her explosions.
That's perfectly within your alignment.
Whoops.
My bad.
You know, I feel like I haven't accomplished much today, but this is fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
We don't have to accomplish like significant advancement in the story to have fun.
Everyone having fun with this conversation?
This is pretty funny, yes.
Alright, I'm glad.
Yeah. All right, but I'm still. Yeah, I'm not going for that.
This is the election story all over again.
Hmm?
This is the role-playing the election story all over again.
This reminds me of the guy we had come through our settlement when we were doing the Kingmaker, who was making a bunch of trouble for us. And we spent so long trying to solve it, and then we just had him stabbed in his sleep.
So I see. The thing is I don't want it as much as I wanted that election thing. I totally wanted that.
But I convinced you to vote for the other guy. Okay, so I have to let everyone know. So we were playing this zombie game. Have I told this story?
Oh.
No.
No, I've never heard of this.
We were playing a zombie game, and they started up this small settlement, and everything was stable. It was like at a year point, I would say. And at the settlement, they decide, hey, let's have elections. And Nathan wanted to be the leader, and I was like, okay, we'll have elections. And then I was like, okay, the votes come in, and he's like, wait, what? Well, how did I lose? Well, you never gave a speech or anything. He was like, okay, back up. I want to debate this guy. So I spend a week preparing for the debate, as what the other guy was going to say. We get in, we have the little debate in the little building that they're having, and somehow, like, the speech I give, Nathan's like, okay, I vote for that guy. Even though the guy was clearly kind of villainous. Like, the guy was a little scummy, though he was actually pretty good for the town, so Nathan actually ended up losing the election. I think he sort of voted for the guy.
Yeah, I had the intent. The whole point was I had the intention of being the leader guy. I just was like, okay, I give up.
Well, that's not very. That's very wishy-washy.
Alright.
Oh, I've looked through the post, and it wasn't actually 11, it was 16, with the -2 for charisma, which I've had 2 points into charisma, so I'm up to a 10, or 0 on charisma instead of a -2.
And then don't forget your level.
18, and then, instead of 11, and then whatever we would have earned since then.
So you'd be above 20, that's for sure. I can't even remember when. October 27th. When the heck was that? I'll have to look that up. But anyways, so yeah, so you'd be above 20. You clear that fame hurdle, and I would put you in the things. All right. So I'm gonna leave him in jail for a while.
All right.
And
That
you'll
was
get
going to get executed in the morning?
now they don't know. They'll keep him for a couple weeks.
You're just gonna try to convince me and on roll 20, aren't you? Like this week.
No, I'm good. But I'm just
Right.
gonna give it the option in case like someone does change their mind because it's an interesting
Like
idea.
Nick or Helga, who aren't here.
Yeah, Helga won't.
Or, I'm sorry, not Nick, Satchel.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the map room. It's been clean. They've been while you've been doing this. The three of them have all been cleaning.
Wait, which one is
So
that?
you go in, and Jakardos is like, "This is gonna take forever." B32 maybe. Second floor in the little corner.
Wow, that's a small map. That can't be the map room. Can it?
I
It's all
guess you're right.
gym.
So we'll have it in the room outside there.
B31?
This B31, yeah, the tribunal. The table, they got it's a regal chamber. Along each wall hangs tattered remnants of several regional maps.
Um, Chelios,
So when you go in there and they're working there and they're like, so, learn anything?
Yes, we know that where the commander is, or roughly where he is. And he's
Where
at
could he be?
what it was it? The Shimmer what? Shimmering
The Shimmer Glens.
Glens. Okay, it's like Grove or something. West of town. I think it was west, right?
And then Jakardos, and it's like, he thinks about it. It's like, why would he be out there?
I don't know. He didn't say. I
He's
guess
like,
you could ask him further, but he's kind of a wreck right now.
Like, I have no idea why anyone would go to the Shimmer Glens.
We could go find out for you.
And it's like, you're just going to take the bridge across and go stomping around in the Shimmer Glens. It's a marsh. Vale then chimes in. It's known for its fae.
Ew.
you're partially Fey, dude.
I am? Oh, elves are?
No, elves are
You
not
do.
fae. Gnomes are fae.
Like, I don't like Fae because I have a low will save.
It's like I have no idea how. I have no idea why Commander Baden would. Jakarta's like, as he looks at Shalu and it's like, do you know anything of this area? It's like, no, you fled here, remember? And it's like, I have no idea what would take Lamitar Baden to travel to the Shimmer Glens, nor do I know how he would how Caven could by any chance come across that information.
That's a good question also. Wait, how did he say
While
how
they're
he...
not, they're not
Okay.
exact. I'm sorry. While they're not exactly, they're not Fey. They're very similar to Fey. So like, in superficial ways. So me believing that he's similar to Fey would not be out of.
No, I'm not surprised the Cleric of Gorm is a little ignorant. Things all
Ooh.
look alike to you.
Snap.
They're
Just
alive
can't-
and need to be killed.
Yeah.
Preferably by stabbing it rather than magic or whatever. But those things happen sometimes. Sometimes it's necessary.
So it's like, I know nothing of that. And he's like, Vale just chimes in and he's like, Lamitar would just go on monthly trips.
Well, someone's gonna have to find out. Anybody volunteer?
How would we go about doing that? I mean,
We would go search there?
It's a big area.
It is.
oh, do we have any items of his?
I'm sure we do.
Like, do we have like a possession of or something he used to wear, or maybe like hit part of his hair, nail?
Are you asking?
Yeah.
To which they reply, Jakarta's looks like his room's a. Where'd you guys go? Okay. Jakarta's is like, his room's a mess, but if you head out that door and it's the first door on your left, that's his room.
All right, good. Because I can use
Scrying.
Scry.
scrying, yeah, to do that. But I need the stuff for something of his to be able to cast it easier.
The only people who have been in his room since this is Vale. There hasn't been a black arrow in his room since he left on his journey. They're right before the attack.
All right.
All right.
And you're saying B30, right, and not B32.
Correct.
Okay. So all those weapons and stuff we left hanging on the walls.
So yeah, you go there. Let me change.
What color is this man's hair?
Lamitar? I think it would be black. So you go into the room. Hold on, let me switch to the room. Do 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 do. If there is anything interesting about his room. Alright, you go into the commander's quarters. The walls of this room are decorated with finely crafted long swords, stuffed animal heads, and a map of the Hook Mountain environs. A large oak table surrounded by several chairs has been smashed to splinters, and a immense bed has similarly been ruined. An open cabinet that once contained several bottles of wine has been crushed as well, and broken bottles and the faint scent of wine lingers around its ruins.
All right. We have his bed, so we have some of his possessions. I do want to look. I want to go ahead and like take 20 to search for hair on the bed that doesn't look like it belongs to fucking an ogre.
Could we get some bed bugs? You know, because they drink
That
his
would
blood.
give me a 34 on my check.
Yes, you're able to find objects like that, but did you ever buy that gold mirror? That mirror as a focus?
No, but I can go get one fairly easily. It's only 6 hours to get one and get back.
Silver mirror worth 1,000 gold. That'd be an interesting item for Turtleback Fairy to have. We shall see.
I can always ask the priest as well that's there. He may very well have one to do his calling. I forget what his name is, but you know the guy I'm talking about, the one that runs the cathedral?
Yes, I forgot his name too. Alright, so you go in the room and start searching on the bed.
Everybody else is going. I'm going to be in there for, like, I don't know, 6 times 20 is 120, so 2 minutes, while everybody else is doing their thing.
Alrighty. While you're searching... Alright, so Rico is searching. What is everyone else doing?
Hmm. I'm trying to figure out how to add diamond dust into Hero Lab. But screw that, I just pretend like I didn't spend that gold. I don't know. Nothing?
No, nothing. You're just staring at the guys as you sit there.
Yep.
Rico, did you get my message?
Yeah, I was looking at how to reply.
I will sharpen my sword.
Alright. Artis and Vale will go back to work. They start scrubbing the place. They're like, "Do you want to help?"
Sure.
All right. They hand you a mop and bucket, and it's like, Vale bends at the waist into. Vale's personality seems to have improved a little since this, and he bends to Zell. It's like, "My lady, wouldn't you like to join me for a cleaning session?"
Sure.
Ooh. You gonna take that?
He was polite.
I'm gonna roll for mop, how well I mop. Profession soldier.
They're like, "What are you going to do with all this ogre hooks? It all seems only fair that for it to be yours."
Probably gonna sell it.
Which shows like, oh, she looks over the pile of stuff that they put together while cleaning up your stuff, and she looks it over and is like, "Oh, I don't imagine you could." She's like, "Looking at what you have, I would say the most precious thing you could sell would be." No, actually, a lot of stuff. Nice.
I mop unusually well.
She's like, "Nearly everything shy of that, the dagger of that foul snake witch and Jagar's ogre hook, I imagine you can sell in town."
Yay. I know what they're gonna do with all those ogre hooks there.
What's wrong with the dagger?
Oh,
the
it's too
the
pricey
team,
Too pricey for that town.
yeah, and didn't Satchel want it because he had a +1 dagger that would give him a greater range of.
Yeah, and I just had him take outflank, so he can easily crit more. So he can cause more crits. And
Wait, so it's a plus what? Dagger?
+1 keen dagger.
Oh.
Wait, no, it's a medium weapon. That was the issue.
But doesn't that count as, so it's a dagger and so small it counts as like a short sword for him or something?
One, I think it
It's a
goes.
medium light weapon, so it would become for a small creature. It counts as a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, so he'd be able to use the dagger in one hand and then the rapier in the other because the rapier.
No, the short sword. He'd have to use the short sword because it doesn't count it.
I thought rapiers was a light weapon.
No,
Yeah.
a rapier is a one-handed weapon.
Is it?
He can't use two one-handed weapons, so he'd have to use the dagger over the rapier. Either
Isn't
way,
it-
he'll be able.
Yeah. I swear rapier is a light weapon.
No, it's a one-handed weapon that can be used as a weapon to use
With
weapon finesse.
weapon finesse, yes.
Oh.
Zell, what are you doing?
It's a light blade, and in the category light blade.
But she's like, with all those ogre hooks, I think the town could take them. I know some some Varisian travelers come through, and they could probably move it to the bigger cities. You guys have quite a haul there.
Money, 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 ka-ching.
Yeah, it gets kind of annoying carrying all this gold around. We're just like fixing to get robbed, aren't we?
Probably.
It's like talking about a medical something like, I got all this money.
Yes, you actually have a lot of wealth at your hands. All right, so
What are we supposed to spend it on?
Well,
It's
nothing
like-
right now. I mean,
she's like, in that town, in that little small village, I can't imagine anything.
it's pretty podunk.
See her. How much dosh?
Dosh.
I call it a dosh because it's funny.
Well, that's because that's British.
I know what to buy. Want to get the money. I've been meta gaming my character.
What are you buying?
I'm gonna probably start saving for some nice armor. It's gonna take me a
Oh,
while to
that's
save
pretty
for
much
that.
everything I needed from my starting wealth.
Like mithril chainmail or something.
I got a mithril tunic +2, a ring of protection +1, an amulet of mighty fist +1, a dagger +1 returning. And everything else I do is spells.
Oh, is that because you started at level whatever, so you get a bunch of money?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Probably get a handy haversack. Yeah. Save up for some stuff.
yeah, I'll probably buy a wondrous item of some kind. I should definitely look at wondrous items and see what would be useful to buy for her.
Anywho, so Rico
All
comes
right.
back, right?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and head back over there.
All right. Everyone, you see everyone just scrubbing. Scrub. He's like, Lamitar and Vale are actually pretty excited, and they're like, it's like, Vale, I think we're gonna get this fort back in shape. And Vale, who's been a rather dour person this whole time, is like, I'm excited. I'm excited. As terrible as it's been, I think with the Krieg Ogres gone, we have a good future ahead of us.
Quite possible. I found this box with notes from Baden to Miriam. Do we know who Miriam is?
What? So, like, it's like, do you mind handing me that box?
Yeah, that's fine. You can take a look at it.
And they take it into the B31 again, and they put it in the drawer and start opening it up. And as everyone want to go in, and it's like, Shadow's like, hey, everyone, come take a look at this. So you have this flat wooden coffer, and it's been opened, and then they took the letters and put it out, and they're pulling items out, and it's, as everyone's flipping through, it contains dozens and dozens of parchment sheets, all containing beautifully written love sonnets to someone named Miriana,
Miriam, okay.
who, if the sonnets are to be believed, is so beautiful that the moon itself was. And then Shalu is like, she's like, what picks up on it? It's like, aw, blinded when it spied her dancing on the tarn, and who is the truest grace to know White Willow's soft embrace.
Wow,
Oh,
Zell, you're so romantic.
Do you
What
also
is-
show the jewelry box?
Yeah. I mean, I have no
Alright.
reason not.
And then there's this a tiny jewelry box, and the jewelry box contains a silver locket on a chain, and inside this locket is a lock of silky golden hair.
Which I'm going to use. I'm assuming that where the commander is with this woman, and I'm going to use that to find the woman and hopefully the commander. That's my hope, anyways.
Right. So you have to go down to town and see if you can find a silver mirror.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to keep the locket on me in the box so that it's safekeeping. I don't mind if they hold on to letters because that's not necessarily going to help. And I just I just ask them not to destroy them or damage them because they may be of use.
And it's like, which, Jack Carter's looking over and is like, I've never heard of, Miriana. Where was he visiting her?
Well, it would explain why he's taking these trips out there by himself, wouldn't it?
Out where?
Wherever he's gone.
To which, Xiao was like, oh, it's kind of a strange description. Blinded when it spied her dancing on the tarn, the truest grace to know White Willow's soft embrace.
Out of character, I think he's talking about one of the Fae, and it's a dryad or something like that.
Are you saying your character's too dumb to make that speculation?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I have knowledge nature. I don't have knowledge nature, so I can't.
No, that's a reasonable jump. I mean, because of that's just an you don't have no you don't know anything about nymphs in real life either, but you're able to make that inference. So I'm going to assume your character can make a similar one.
All right, well then, I'll tell him that I believe that it may be an nymph or a dryad, and that he's there dealing with them right now, and that he's out
Why?
there by himself right now.
Why would he do that though?
Beauty.
This sounds like a horrible idea for us to try to take care of this. By the way, because everyone has low will saves except for you. How messed up would we be if we just ignored this?
Why would we ignore it? Like, what in character reason do you have to ignore it?
Not in character. No, I guess in character too, because I know I'm weak against magic, so we could be charmed. And I had this horrible dream about our entire group dying because we were charmed by a beautiful woman. I wouldn't want to repeat the same. I wouldn't want that dream to come true.
So what would you do knowledge and what would knowledge nature do? I guess
Just give you information on it, on the phase and whatnot. Monsters, humanoids, phase, animals, plants, season cycles, weather, vermin. It would just let me know, you know.
I suddenly know everything about Faye. Why do I always roll really well on my freaking knowledge checks, and then when something important comes up,
Knowledge is important. What are you talking about?
this isn't important, right? Not important.
It's not important? It's not important to know.
Compared to like killing some boss or something that's about to eviscerate all of us, no.
How do you know that it's not going to help us avoid a boss or something like that?
Alright, touche, touche. Alright, so yeah, Waith is like, I don't think this is such a good idea.
wait, I
Why?
sent you a message.
I'm like, oh, this hair actually looks like it's not human. It looks like it's a hair of a nymph.
Nymph. That explain why he's so smitten.
Yeah. Can we do another knowledge nature to see if what we can do about a nymph or more about nymphs?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll try again. Okay, wow, okay.
Um. Yeah, I mean, I guess you know stuff. I'll
Stuff.
send you some. I'll send you something.
Alright. Oh, you sent me a bunch of... Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of
So I
stuff.
think it popped up to everyone. I guess
Oh,
you could just look at the nymph sheet. Yeah, I'll send you a link to the nymph. Probably easier that way.
Alright. Wait, did that send to everybody?
Not the blue part did, but that doesn't matter. It's kind of junk.
Alright.
So she's like, the Shimmer Glens are still a big place. How are you gonna find him?
I can scry and then look upon people through the use of magic, divine inspiration.
Alright, let me just try and paste this text. Let's see if this works. There we go. So you can have the spelling of the name and all that. I'll just send that to everyone.
Yeah.
So, Vale and Jakarta and are like looking at each other, and they're like, Jakarta says, I had no
What,
idea. I had no idea that there was this side of him.
Okay, this I'm like thinking about the nymph thing. I'm like, we are gonna have some issues dealing with this nymph
Well, why would we need to deal with her instead of just find the commander and bring them back?
because we're
Oh,
probably
like,
gonna have to deal with her
Why?
because she's with him.
So what? He just needs to come back and do his job.
But
and-
she probably charmed him, so she's probably gonna do the same thing to us.
To which Shallow looks at you and she's like, nymphs are just likely to be worshippers of Desna as you are, jackass.
All right.
Well, they're not exactly good chances, seeing as there's only one worshipper of Desna here.
Well, I'm concerned with their.
Two, right?
Check out their alignment up there, right to the left of medium Fey, right below the XP.
Are you talking to all of us or just?
Mostly Waith.
Okay.
Wait, next to me, I don't see it. What?
So on the,
Oh. Okay. So I'd have a bonus to diplomatize her.
Well, you know that they're not generally evil. They're generally good.
But if we do, I've heard tales of their blinding beauty, that if you look directly at them, you can be permanently blinded.
Well, it's a good thing that we're getting a mirror, to find out where they're at anyways, so we can just use that to look.
Oh. Okay. Well, everyone look at her feet just to be safe.
We can just use mirrors instead of looking directly at them.
Wait, is this
like-
ability that's on all the time?
No.
Oh wait, never mind. It's a free action. Okay.
I know normally I'm not supposed to just link you to the SRD for enemy information, but you're just so bad with it I don't feel like I'm doing any damage.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I like to look it up just because I'm always curious, but unless my character has been linked, I never use it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I can talk to her. Hopefully she doesn't charm me because I'm just gonna be screwed
Oh, yes, you are.
in so many different ways.
Not all of them necessarily unpleasant.
True.
So, with this, Shaolu is like, Jakarta is like, Shaolu, you came from Sandpoint with them. It's like, not with them. They went on their whole journey. It's like, you five came here for a reason. What do you think's going on here?
Somebody's killing people for their god and collecting power through the use of the death of the people. Such as what's his name? The guy that we have downstairs?
Caven?
Caven. I didn't want to say Jack, whatever. I know Vale isn't downstairs. He's the big black guy with like axes. I remember him, but he's the only one that I remember, like personally. The other guys are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
People like him, they kill him and then they use it for a ritual or something. And it gathers, I'm assuming it gathers power for their god, because you can make sacrifices to gain power. That's a pretty common thing in religions.
So, at some point, Vale was like, if they attacked when the captain wasn't here, why isn't he returned to help? I think he would have gone and get assistance.
He may be, as Waits Worries has said, under charm by his White Willow nymph.
Whatever happens, we can't try to fight her. Oh my god, yeah, she's gonna kill us all.
Why would we try to fight her, though? We're just trying to get the captain to come back. It's not like we're going there to fucking chop her head off and bring it in for a bounty.
But we don't know what's going on, is my whole thing.
But we know that he's in love with her, and that's likely where he's at.
True. Okay. Alright, I'm just forewarning.
And it's like, and they're like, he's been going. I know he's been seeing her. He's been going on these walks for years now.
So
Dude, wonder why it
that
changed.
makes. Well, I don't think it changed. I think maybe he's just spending more time there than he has before, or something happened to him on his way to or from.
Well, how long has he been gone before? Isn't this like way longer than normal?
Yes, it used to only be a few days.
And how long has it been now?
Oh, like 3 weeks since the attack.
He may be injured and recovering. I mean, he's not. It's not like he's a cleric, right?
Correct.
So,
To which Ricardos has a smile on his face. Not one bit. He's one of the ferocious ogre hunting rangers I've ever met.
Alright, I don't know what you guys want to do.
well, you know what I want to do. We do have everyone else though, like Zell, and we have Satchel and Helga, who aren't here.
Alright, well. Guess let's do that.
Which Shadow replies, well, if you're heading back to the way, I can help load up a cart and get it strapped to a couple horses and get all your items, get all this garbage down there.
Oh, that'd be excellent. Thank you, Shoveler.
So she's being our best boy.
Uh, do we want to stay here for a while, or are we going to head back to town to see if I can get that mirror and to sell our stuff?
Mm. Is there some reason why we would wait?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Not me. We can go right now.
Are they going to be all right here by themselves while they clean up and?
I just don't see why not.
Well, between the three of us, Vale, Shalalu, and I, we'll be able to keep an eye on the fort.
All right. Let's go ahead and load up and head back to town so we can sell our stuff and see if I can get myself a mirror.
Alrighty, so wagons are loaded up, and pounds and pounds of gear is loaded up into this wagon. All the stuff on essentially the unsorted equipment sheet. for nearly a total weight of 800 pounds.
Holy crap! I didn't know it was that much stuff.
Yeah.
You have oh, that weight doesn't seem right. Actually, less than that. I'm sorry. It wasn't that much. I messed a number up. But no, it's because you have 180 pounds of hide armor, 100 pounds of ogre hooks, 50 pounds of javelins,
That's a lot of
120,
javelins.
128 pounds of great clubs.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're loaded with ogre weapons of all shapes and sorts. And
Oh, there's also the human vein ogre hook, which is another 20 pounds.
which you can't sell.
Oh, yeah, but we're still keeping it.
Why can't we sell it?
Costs
No
too
one
much
can
to sell in a small town like that.
Oh, I mean, sell it somewhere else though.
There's
Yeah,
nowhere else to sell it.
Eventually.
As you can see on your little map of Hook Mountain, all of those towns are really small.
I mean, when we get out of this region.
Oh, yeah, if that will ever happen.
Could we sell it in Mignamar?
Magnamar, yes, but that's like 7 days away by boat.
Yeah, we'll just save it till then. Unless we keep it. It's what, plus 10 to against humans?
+2.
Plus 2. Yeah.
And also extra damage. It's large, so it'd be a two-handed weapon because it's a large one-handed, right?
It's a large two-handed weapon.
Oh, we can't use it at all.
What about our enlarged Helga stat?
Yeah, Helga
But yeah,
might want it.
You could do that then, and then there's also if somebody were to take like monkey grip.
But the issue is you guys never fight humans.
Oh.
Yep.
You'd think we would.
Yeah, we always fight monsters.
Alright, I linked to a map again of the region. Oh, did it go away? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's still there. So yes, the Hook Mountain. I guess they recommend resting another day so you can put all your slots into what you're looking for. There, Rico.
Alright.
I guess actually it would take 2 hours for you to rest. Been up for a little. Give it another day. Might as well.
And I don't need restoration anymore, so.
To which Jakartos is like, but you need to learn. You need to have time to like prep scrying.
Mhm.
To which Jakartos replies, plus it gives you an extra day to clean.
Oh yeah, it sounds restful.
I never volunteered to do anything
Brady.
such thing. I will help bring the bodies out and burn them if you wish, but I'm not going to scrub their forts or mop them.
I'll help.
The mood in the fort has already changed, with like it being a day after the victory. To which Jakartos replies, "Much obliged."
And if any of them are injured, I'll heal them.
All right. So with that, it is a you rest. You get another day's rest and talk about stuff. And then there's like more speculation around the fort. It's like I wonder who Lucretia's working for. All right. So we'll get going because no one's talking. You guys never talk.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well, sorry.
So with that, you begin.
I'm a cleric, and so my divine focus is a pool of water, not a silver mirror. The silver mirror is an arcane version focus, and I don't need that.
Oh, wonderful.
Alright.
I was wondering why it was called why there was two separate focuses One's divine focus and one's an arcane focus. Nice.
Yay! That makes everything nice.
All right, cool.
You always find good music.
Thank you. I just use the. It takes me a while sometimes to find stuff, but I have trouble with it. Okay, so the issue is, I mean, scrying doesn't really tell you where the person is. You can see the surroundings.
Oh, I
But
thought it
for
told you
you-
where they were.
But if you think about it, it's a free casting for you, and you have a body part, lock of hair, and a bit of a nail. So when actually, as you're in a good position, aren't you? All right, do you want to do that before leaving the fort?
We could, because then once we get there, we can do it again if we need to.
All right, what's the DC of this?
28.
How do you figure?
Well, it's 18 minus 10 to her will save, so I just added that on top of that. So she could roll her normal will save and then do it like that. Or you can just do 18, and then she gets a minus 10 to the will save.
Oh
She
wait, but it's a
is-
+5 because
Or
of the stat that you
secondhand
have heard of
knowledge.
the subject.
Yeah. So,
But
uh,
well, what I meant is, what's the DC from just your spell? 18.
18.
Alrighty.
She has a really high save.
Let me. All right. So tell me, where are you doing this? Tell me what you're doing. All sorts of stuff.
Alright. Let's see.
Can use Dumbledore's thingy.
I'm sure the Rangers fort has a tub somewhere.
Yes, they get
Can
you a
she-
clean tub.
I'm going to
You
use.
just use a bowl.
Well, the tub will allow me to show other people instead of having people lean over my shoulder. They can just come around it and look.
Oh, this is kind of weird. I'm just picturing everybody's like standing over a tub and staring at it.
Yeah,
So it's kind of funny.
that is basically what's going to happen. I'm attempting to do that.
It sounds really fun. Okay.
All right. For the day, how many scryings have you prepared?
I can only do it. It doesn't matter if they succeed on the save. I can't try again for another 24 hours.
Okay. So you do it. You do it, but you have the lock of hair and the knowledge, and you try to focus. But hold on. So it's 18, and then they would have to beat a. Trying to figure this out. Stupid math.
She'd have a plus 11.
It says her will saves plus 16 normally.
Yeah, and she gets a minus 5. Because I have a lock for her hair.
I don't like how it calculates this will save modifier, because it should be switched, right? I guess it's modifying your roll, which I don't like at all. I don't like that math at all.
Was there a picture of her in there? Like, did he draw a picture of her?
You wish, no.
Because I would use that too.
Whoa, use that for what?
Okay, so you begin the focus into
Was the locket hers or his?
the locket would be his, I'm guessing. Alright, so with that you start making, while he's doing this, and So you gotta head. So you guys will get ready and do it. Okay.
Nice. So there's the pool of water. There's an arm that reaches out of the water, but it's not actually attached to any body, and it's just kind of bobbing there apparently.
That's creepy.
And the marsh around it, it looks like it's been corrupted and is evil, sinister. So it looks like we don't have to worry about fighting her. Wait, it looks like.
Me saving her.
Well, unless she's missing an arm and running around alive, I don't think so.
Oh. Maybe she's missing an arm. Well,
And
this
the
is
arm
bad.
is
'Cause-
moving.
Okay. This is not creepy at all.
So with that, I want. Do I?
Wait, is that all that's left of her is her arm? Wouldn't we, if we were scrying for hair, wouldn't we get her head? If it still exists?
Making a dancing gesture. Detect. I want to detect magic through it. Try to cast that. That's a.
Is that going to help? I mean, obviously there's some magic going on here.
That's true. I'm going to try and talk to her with a message. No, message is arcane. Okay.
I mean, how would you message her hand? Would she be doing sign language?
Do you have detect evil or detect anything? Or?
Yeah, I got detect evil, detect lawful, and neutral. I think.
I'm going to make a wild guess and imagine there's going to be magic and evil here.
I have law, good, evil, law, good, and evil, and undead. I don't think undead matters though.
You're gonna use all those detects.
Let's do it. Let's start with detect undead for shits and giggles.
Detect undead. Can that even go through scrying? I'm gonna assume this predates that, so I'm gonna say it works. Right. Detect undead. I didn't even know that was a spell. That's pretty nice.
It's not one that comes up very often.
Yeah, mostly it's like, oh, that thing smells like dead, and it's screaming, it's yelling brains.
Yeah.
Brains.
Alright. How long does scrying last?
Scrying lasts for 1 minute per level, so 9 minutes.
Okay. I'm messaging him directly what he is able to pick up, and he's able to speak to you as he's...
So apparently there's undead here,
Alright.
which kind of makes sense with the whole detached arm.
Alright, let me double check something else. Alright, so...
I'm gonna go ahead and keep concentrating until I can see if that arm is the location of it, instead of just the presence. So another 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, then that means it's like a fucking DC 18 or an HD 18 creature. Oh no, okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood my spell. Does it appear to be its proper body?
Um,
Do you want me to roll a perception for that?
yeah.
The arm isn't removed, it's partially incorporeal. So it's partially like the wraith that did that to you. Wraith that drained you.
Say what?
Remember the wraith that drained you? She's kind of
Yeah.
like that. The arm is, anyways.
Oh, lovely. Well, I'll be first in line to get hit by that.
Excellent. It's always good to be first in the combat.
I'll 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 volunteer.
Alrighty. Anything else you wish to describe?
I want to look around to see if there was anything else that I could spot in the area. Say, you know, Dayton's dead body.
You search around. Though you have to stay within looking distance, right?
10 feet in all directions. I have to stay within 10 feet of all directions. Do I have a way to see low light stuff? Because then I can see underwater. In case
I have low light vision.
Not helpful.
Oh.
I can make it darker. That- There's actually a seagoing vessel, but there's no ocean anywhere nearby, which is odd. I don't think I have anything to help you with that, soldier.
That's weird.
As in, the ocean is hundreds of miles away.
That's really weird.
So, teleportation, maybe?
No.
Oh.
The swamp described is in the Shimmer Glens.
What about a flying ship? Are those? I don't know if those are in Galorian. I know they're in like Everon and stuff.
They do exist, but this is just a sea-going vessel.
Is there a name on the vessel that I can see?
No.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
It also looks derelict, so it's like it's badly worn and covered in thick dark green moss.
It's the ship
Looks
from
like
Harry
it's
Potter that
there.
comes from under the water.
It looks like it's been there for a good while. I'm going to go ahead and describe the vessel to see if maybe Helga knows what it is since she was a sailor. I'll describe it to the best of my
Alright.
ability.
You describe it, and it's like it's a Varishan sailing ship. It would travel between cities such as Corvosa, the Magnamar, to Riddleport.
Knowledge local to see if there's any weird legends.
You roll
Related
knowledge.
to-
You can roll knowledge local, yeah.
All right.
Who has
Anybody
knowledge
else?
local?
Oh, wait. Yeah. Or, that's all I have.
To no local.
Doesn't?
Keep rolling pretty well.
Don't you have a knowledge local, Zell?
Yeah, probably.
I need an answer.
It's going to be like a plus 12 or 14 or something.
Local? Six.
6.
Better than I got.
Yeah, it's still better than mine too.
I mean, you're probably not going to roll as well as I did. Jinx.
Okay.
Nathan used
someone's
Jinx.
like,
It's very effective.
to which Jakarta's is like, I don't know anything like that, but I know White Willow is just a. I know that's another name for like part of the Shimmer Glens.
Oh, which part?
It's in the center, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's like I don't know anything about it, and neither do you guys because none of you rolled well enough.
Alright. I'm just going to continue watching in the area until the spell's up just to see if I see anything else that might be useful or helpful. And if anybody else has an idea, then that would be good.
Hey. Hmm.
All right.
There's a sad pixie flying about the area. He's about 2 feet tall. He's just flitting around doing his thing, being sad, moping.
Alrighty. And with that, your spell comes to an end.
Oh, you forgot to put another quarter in.
So,
Tomorrow we could do it on Aiden if you'd like. I don't know if that'd be helpful because we didn't see Baden. We did see that it looked like the nymph that he went to is dead. The area's corrupted. The local
Yeah, that could be
inhabitants
helpful.
appear to be very sad. There's a odd fucking uh, Corvosan sea vessel.
Yeah.
with that veil and Jakarta hang their head slightly, and Shalu walks over and puts her hand on Jakarta's shoulder.
It doesn't necessarily mean he's dead.
It could be, you know, an evil turned into some evil thing.
Well, you said that you were worried about being charmed, so maybe he's charmed and under her spell. We can, just dismiss it. Sort of like we did for Ironsides.
Alrighty. So you'll wait a day to scry and try it again.
Well, no, we gotta go to the town, so we'll head to the town to sell our stuff.
Alright. You make a trip back down the Turtleback Ferry. Yay! Let me put Turtleback Ferry back on the map.
And that means we would, be able to bring news that the Black Arrows have been, what's happened up there, and what we did up there against the ogres that were there.
Alrighty. So you head south in the Turtleback Ferry, and after the 3 hours, the two Black Arrows and Shalu are left to defend the fort, and they'll be taking care of it. But as you come down, in and bearing a wagon. Villagers who were going about their day, and uh, they haven't seen you probably now in like 4 days. But as they do, like people gather, and like a woman is like, "Quick, go run and get the priest." And they go to take off to go find the priest of the town. And then as you get in, they all run up. It's like, "Have you been to Fort Rannoch? Is everything okay?"
It is now, kinda.
Oh, before we left, could I have hollowed it and given them prayer? Oh, wait, no. Darkness, daylight, deeper darkness, detect evil? So that they could detect evil anytime that it would have came through?
Detect evil on what?
Hollowed is a 5th level spell that lasts for a year in a location for 40 feet. And if I were to cast it, say, at the entrance of the fort, it would have given the entire area around it +4 DC to resist. Makes it harder to resist positive channel energy, easier to resist negative channel energy. And spell resistance does not apply. And any dead body interred cannot be turned into an undead creature.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
And I can fix a single spell effect to the hollowed site, and the effect lasts for 1 year and functions through the entire site regardless of normal duration or area of effect. So I could give them Detect Evil, Discrete Lies, Dimensional Acre, Death Ward, Daylight, Darkness, Bless.
That's just my personality, but I love the phrase "death ward." Probably need bless or something. Yes, you can definitely hallow the ground before leaving.
Yeah, that way it'll help them out.
Wait,
You know.
The turn
the
the
material
undead may be
costs.
useful.
Oh, I mean, that's a good point. I never really look at those things.
Herbs, oils, and incense worth at least 1,000 gold, plus 1,000 gold per level of the spell to be included in the hollowed area.
So I need 2,000 gold worth of stuff. Never mind.
Per-
Well, we don't have it, and planting it would be fairly difficult.
Alright, so you travel to Turtleback Ferry.
Yes.
And they greet you, and then Malin quickly comes to greet you. Old Malin Creed, not Creed, sorry, Malin,
Creed, really? We're gonna kill him.
yeah.
Stab.
Malin Shreed, and he is the cleric of Aristill here. And it's like, and he sees your cart full of weapons, and it's like, I take it there was, are any of the Black Arrows still alive? I imagine it did not, based on those, I imagine you ran into some ogres.
There's a few still left. Not many.
He's like, oh my, I must send word, is the road safe? I must send word to them.
Word to them in regards to.
That the town is safe, and that we'll send we can send them anything they need.
Well, we only plan on being here long enough to sell our goods before returning and then heading out. We can take the message for you.
He's like, I pray that I pray that they are safe and you remain safe.
We appreciate your prayers.
Praise Gorum.
Alrighty.
I don't know why, but I never really liked that guy. So I don't particularly trust him either. So I wasn't wanting him to.
Alrighty. So while I have you, okay. So you guys are gonna sell stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the ogre hooks and stuff.
Alright. To sell stuff, you have to go to actually in the city. Number 4. I think that's the only place to really do weapons.
And he's like, I have the finest wares in all of Tamriel.
Not quite. So you go in there and you see the proprietor and owner, and he's this middle-aged human,
I'm
and he's the
Zeltru.
only,
This is my favorite shop in Turtleback Ferry.
and there's only one human behind the counter, and he's like, "Ah, my name is Jorvini." And as he smiles, you see he has like forged metallic false teeth in his lower jaw.
That's creepy.
That's interesting. Is he black?
What would Nick say? That's pretty metal.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd say that.
It is pretty. Yeah, I mean, he smiles. He doesn't seem too sensitive about him.
Everyone just nervously starts going like this to their teeth
Go out
because
there
it's what
and you're like,
happens.
"What can I do for you?" Oh, you are the guys who traveled up to old Fort Rannick. Why'd you guys came back?
Well, we've killed off a lot of the ogres up there and helped out the Black Arrows, and we're here to sell the spoils of war.
He's like, "Is it in your wagon out there?"
Or what?
Your wagon.
Yes.
Alright, I'll come take a look at it. So he steps out and like lifts it back and he kind of whistles, but he can't really whistle and it just comes out as
That's what he looks like, right?
like Jaws.
No, it's from Venture Brothers. It's Baron von Underbite. He has metal teeth on his lower jaw, though. Come on, it's perfect.
So he's like, this is a lot of stuff and it's a lot of items for me to run. You know, came through the last couple of days was a Varetian caravan. I think they'd give us a hand in getting some gold together. Him and the preacher mill, and that we'll be able to buy your items.
Okay.
Do you have the afternoon?
Do we? I guess.
We don't really have anywhere to be for a while. We do need to head back up to Fort Rennick before the end of the day.
I thought you're heading back to. I thought you were gonna head out to the Shimmer Glens.
After we head back to Fort Rennick to deliver the message I said we would.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So he's like, I'll need. Well, it's not safe to leave all these items here, and I need to send a messenger out to down the road to Pentaka, and get in hold of those old Varetian travelers. I know they were looking for some stuff.
Well, we really appreciate it.
It's like, all right, I'll see what I can do. Did you even bring down the human bane ogre hook?
Probably not.
Just taking everything with us instead of just leaving it laying around.
Alright. He looks at the human bane ogre hook and he's like, well, thinking about it. Well, I'll be buying a lot of items from you, but this is way too expensive to hold on to. I don't have it. This is way too expensive an item for me to invest so much of my inventory in, but the others I can make you a deal.
Alright.
Understandable.
Alright. So with that, most of the day passes. It will be night before you're able to leave as he leaves, he locks up his shop. And
Too bad
he has
Satchel's not here, because then he'd like break in and try to steal everything. That's what he'd do, seriously.
probably gets spotted in the town. It is a small town.
He like tries to hide all those huge items, and they're like bigger than him.
So that's what bags of holding are actually for.
Yeah, bags of holding and handy haversacks like I got.
He pinches your handy haversack.
Alrighty, and with that, we're gonna call game.
All right.
If you could, before the day, Helga wants to sell everything. We're gonna make this vote don't sell. So if you want to keep one of these items on the equipment sheet, please mark it.
Just mark it. Okay. That's probably a better system.
Wand of magic missile.
And if that's an item you want to keep, put an X there. If something doesn't have an X, excluding Helga who wants to sell everything, if something doesn't have an X, I will see about selling it.
Okay.
All right.
So this was kind of a weird session. I was not thinking we'd get to any combat or anything, but I hope. Did you guys enjoy this?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was fun. Especially debating that one guy. What to do with that one guy.
Zell, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, have a good one, everyone.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
See you next week.
Later.